Top 5 champions chosen by LPL players in the past 10 years. These are the names that have always been chosen by many LPL teams throughout the 10 years of League of Legends. Since its inception and became a leading tournament in the village of League of Legends, the LPL has always been known as a creative area with strange champion choices in matches. Fight. Although that factor has been somewhat lost in recent years, there is no denying the strength of the LPL and the ability to create mutations of players from this region in important matches. With a fighting style, the LPL also needs the right champions. Recently, the regional media has listed the top 5 champions chosen by LPL teams in the past 10 years. Top lane, Gnar. First surprise, not familiar generals like Aatrox or Gangplank, but it is Gnar who is the most chosen name for this position of the LPL region. Although it has been nerfed a lot, Gnar is still a reliable choice when it comes to strong laning. Team fights are also good and can create mutations if using a standard skill set. Over the course of 10 years, Gnar was picked 913 times. Forest, Lee Sin. One of the champions that is considered the most characteristic of the LPL, is Lee Sin. It can be said that there is almost no famous jungler in this region who has ever been crowned at the World Championship, Worlds, without Lee Sin as his forte. Even Tien and Softm's Lee Sin became the representative champion for these two players. Lee Sin is also the most used champion in all 5 positions, with a total of 1,391 appearances. Mid lane, Azir. With the ability to create extremely high mutations in combat as well as very strong in the landing phase, it is not too difficult to understand when Emperor Shurima appears on this list. Azir is extremely suitable for the gameplay of the LPL but also very difficult to use effectively. Because just one phase Shurima shuffle, the game situation can completely be turned around. Azir is also the least picked champion on the list, with only 788 appearances. Gunnar, Ezreal. For the audience, Ezreal is a cool LCK champion and often only becomes famous when used by LCK players. However, in the LPL region, Ezreal was also chosen many times for the AD carry position. As one of the first ADC generals, but possessing a full skill set of elements such as mobility, good attack, good ranged damage. Ezreal was picked 1061 times during the last 10 years in the LPL. Support, Thresh. If you want to be called a good support, it's almost certain that a player must master Thresh. This is also the name associated with the legend of Mad Life of the World LOL Village. Thresh possesses a skill set that can quickly attack and knock down any target. Not to mention, Thresh is also one of the rare supports that can initiate combat. Thresh was picked 1,306 times at the LPL in the last 10 years. The names mentioned above are all early generals familiar to League of Legends players. In addition, the list also shows that Tima and Warwick are 2 champions that have never been picked by LPL players during the 10 years of this tournament. The reason probably comes from the not really high versatility of the 2 generals as well as the caution of the professional arena. It will be difficult to have a place for both Tima and Warwick.